Good afternoon. Now, I've been putting off this ride for a year and a half, something like that. But more specifically, I've been putting it off since December last year. This was going to be the last ride of the year. And unfortunately, my dog died that day and I didn't really feel like doing it. But we're going to do it now. Now, so many reasons I've been trying to put this off. I've still got a cough. I'm not as fit as I wanted to be doing it. And also today, it's absolutely scorching. But despite all that, I've just thought, bugger it. Today we're riding a circumnavigation of the Mont Sant mountain range, which is just over there. So we're doing it in an anti-clockwise direction. It's about 75 kilometers long and it's about maybe 13 to 1500 meters of climbing. The day is starting immediately with a 25 kilometer climb. In the middle of it there is quite a significant steep bit called the Col de Margalef, and none other than Tadej Pogacar has got the King of the Mountains. When I say that, I think he's joint with his other teammates, and rather impressively he did it when he was only 19 years old. So we're going around the mountain range in a clockwise direction. We've started from about 7. But I do know that because I'm not, exactly 100%, I'm going to be using my battery a lot on the steep bits, and there's inclinations of up to 21.3% today. So that's definitely going to be on max. I'm actually struggling here right now on a 3%. I'm trying to save my battery. So I've got the motor off at the moment and there's a headwind and I'm finding it hard. So the foothills are now getting out of the way. We can begin to see the mountain range itself. We're just coming into the absolutely beautiful little La Bisbal de Falset. Isn't that lovely? Now, we have come along here before, you and I, but in the opposite direction. So it's actually the first time that I've attempted this col going up. So we'll see how we do. So we're just following the Mont Sant River just for the first bit, and then we'll soon be going uphill. Look how lovely this is. Fantastic rock formations. Only 6.75 kilometers of the official climb left. It's hard going, not least because it is pretty darn hot. Today is forecast to be Spain's hottest ever March day. It's forecast to go over 31.5 away south and 29 for us here today. I do hate it when a climb goes downhill, because you just know that average 4%, reality is going to be an awful lot worse. This one tops out at 12% nearer the top. just about halfway up, and it's about time I told a story. It's a Tadej Pogačar story that anyone who follows racing I'm sure has heard before. So the guy who discovered Pog and became his coach first came across him at a youth race, and Tadej Pogačar was 13, but he was actually racing against much older kids. And when his future coach first saw him, he was at least 100 meters behind the other kids. And he didn't think it was very fair because he was patently considerably younger. So he actually went to the race organisers and said, "Isn't there something you can do for that boy?" And the race organisers said, "Do something. He's about to lap those other kids." It's getting really hard now. I've just rather disturbingly discovered that though there's now 2.4 kilometres left of the climb, there's still half of the meters climbed to be done. So it's going to be rough. So I might put you down until I get to the top. Flippin' heck. That was hard. And it didn't even hit 12 like it was supposed to. Only 11. Beautiful road. Great view of Sant in all its glory there. Actually, let's see if we get a view on the next bend. But that is the whole of Mont Sant. Oh, I can't. Oh, bloody hell! You can't see the right-hand end of it. It's the western end. So we're now about 12 o'clock, going round the clock face. You do know that anyone who's got up here has had to climb a long way. Ew. And all too soon on to the next climb. Just under 3 kilometres long, this one. Really feeling it today. Lead legs. I just have to keep stopping. Absolutely beautiful. So for those of you who like numbers and have an e-bike, I've tried to be really frugal despite the climbing so far. So we've climbed 618 meters and I've just gone down to 3/4 of my battery life. Now I do have the range extender on today, but unfortunately I forgot to charge it fully. So I don't know quite what the full capacity is, but I've got to say I'm pretty thrilled with 600 meters on 1/4 of the charge. So that could mean I can do over 2,000 meters climbing. So with another kilometre of this climb to do, I'll tell you something else. We've just had, Royal We, or rather you lot and me, we've just had our 800th subscriber. Thank you very much. It was My Badger 7 who came up with the magic number. So a little shout out to him or her, whoever you are, wherever you're from. Thanks for the sub. Now the other little fact I can tell you, my last video, 76-point-something% of the viewers weren't subscribed. Come on, help me out. Just press that subscribe button if you can. Doesn't cost anything. It just lets YouTube know that there are people who are interested in watching these films and so they promote them a bit more for me. At the moment, I'm really struggling to get more than a few hundred views per film, and that's down to you. So click the like, click the subscribe if you can, and I'll be very grateful. Anyway, let's stop nattering and get on with some descending. Oh, that's enough gravel for today, thank you. Now, I don't know this descent, so unless it's very easy, we'll be taking it very easy. Oh, it's gorgeous. I might have to take it easy so I can show you the view. Tell you what, have a look at the view, you look at the road. Is that right? Running off big rocks. Good fun, very twisty, surprisingly bad road surface that was. Wow, that hurt. Just been smacked in the face with a bee, by a bee. You see how modern all the buildings are. Anyway, there it is, Mont Sant. So like I say, it's a sierra, it's a range that runs roughly east-west. And we're now probably at about 1 o'clock, say. Isn't that lovely? I remember coming down this many months ago. I reckon it was October 21, something like that. I'll put a clip in of me going the other way. It was when I had the old camera and I was just grinning from ear to ear because it was so beautiful and quite windy, I seem to remember. And in front of me is Mont Sant, which I've promised to myself one day I'll circumnavigate, and it will be partly on this road, but that's for another day when I'm feeling fitter. That's a lovely shot. Hope you're getting that. Left and go and see how empty the reservoir here is, because I've heard horror stories. We're still in a drought here. We're about due for the spring rains. Normally only get 2 real rainy seasons. And that's sort of first week in November, sometime in April. And I'd heard that this reservoir is almost empty. That's usually reservoir. We've been here in the summer for swimming, and it's beautiful, clear, cool water. It's very, very popular. It's actually over there. You can see that building. It's like a beach hut. Flipping heck. See, for reference, that building can have the water lapping up against it. That's the canoe club and a yachting club. And all that we've got left is this grubby little bit at the bottom. It is as good as empty. Good grief, what are we doing to the planet? This dam is off limits. I just crossed a barrier. It's a long way round. I don't want to have to go round. It's a bit easier. The other one had police hazard tape on it. Felt quite naughty. Naughty but nice. Down, very much up and down now to go around the south part of Montsant, which you get some lovely views of the escarpment though. I hope you don't meet anyone on the wrong side of the road. So that's a vineyard dead ahead of us. Very, very steep. As I've mentioned many times, often the only way to cultivate between the rows is by using a mule. You can't get a tractor on it because it's too steep, too narrow. Stunning place this is. Heart singing. I might join in a minute. Look out. Oh, that's a view. Oh, that's a view. Wow, look at that. Isn't that glorious? Don't want to turn away from it. No, but hold on. Oh, it's a lovely view this way too. Running out of go. Slight cliffs to the north of us. It's keeping us out of the wind, and it's allowing that sun to just bake. It is roasting hot here. March. I don't know what it'd be in the sun. The temperature well into the 40s. So soon we'll be on a bit of road we've done before. And I think we've now got yet another really long descent, quite flat, but certainly not uphill. Maybe 5, maybe 7 kilometers of it. Manhattan of the Priorat, because it's got 7 and 8 story buildings. We're not going there today. Oh, climb. Majorly wrong gear. God, I've had enough. Getting a lot of creaks and groans from the bike today as well. Climb 6 of 8. This one. This is really short. 240 meters to go. Oh, bloody hell. It's going to feel like 240 kilometers. I don't know. I might be bonking. I've got so little energy. So, for you number crunchers, it's just indicated that I've got down to half of my joint battery packs, and I've done 1100 meters climbing. So that's a fair reflection. I've definitely been putting on a little bit more in that last section, because I'm getting really tired. I've got 2 climbs left to do. I don't think either of them are very big. So it should come out about 1300, 1400 meters total, which is quite a lot less than I was expecting. I'm absolutely done in. Oh, the people who say, oh, if you've got an e-bike, you're taking it easy. Let's call it claptrap, shall we? Utter claptrap. There's no way I could have done this ride on a analog bike. I wouldn't have had the joy, pure joy, of being out in a place like this, because I just wouldn't have done it. I would have stuck to the valley bottoms, which I'm sure very pretty, but the trouble is, here eventually the valley bottom ends and you've got to climb, and this beautiful bike lets me climb. Pretty good at going downhill too. So we're currently at about between 5 and 6 o'clock. I started at 7 o'clock. I'm talking about the hours of the clock, not the hours of the day, although it's a lot later than I thought. It's about 20 past 6 now. So I've been going for hours and hours and hours. It's not long. I have been taking my time. I've not been going hard. I've been saving the batteries. I've been going up in level 3 as much as possible, and it's been an awful lot of climbing. Oh, this isn't though. This is a lovely little descent. If I had the energy to go wee, I would. Imagine me saying wee now. I'm thinking it. You ready? Here it comes. Oi, oi! I knew it was there. Been looking forward to it for about 10 kilometers. Well, we're on that last climb now. We've got 3 kilometers to go. This is the steeper part, and it's 5, 6, 6. So not too bad. I'm actually going to do it, which I'm really pleased about. I didn't know if I was going to be able to. But the thing is, you really don't know until you try. I've been putting it off. I've actually gone, in some ways, the worst possible time. And I'm going to do it. Well, unless I expire in the next 3 kilometers, which is a possibility. Got 1 gear left. %, you utter bastard. Oh. Last village, hoving into view. Cabathes. He says he's weaving all over the road. Got about 1.5 kilometers more of a climb. And then a nice easy, I think 3 or 4 kilometers maybe down to the car. Oh, it's lovely, isn't it? What a lovely place. That was the last climb. It didn't come a moment too soon. I am so tired, really tired. But obviously got that feeling of achievement that you can only really get from doing climbs like that. So I'm feeling pretty good, as well as feeling tired. I've got a nice little descent to come, which I'll enjoy, if you don't mind, by myself. So I hope you enjoyed this one. It's rather different from last week. Certainly not as much fun. I enjoyed it though. Hope you did too. Till the next one. Could be a big one next week. I'm hoping it is. And until then, thanks for watching.